Hello everybody and welcome to my YouTube channel for my review on the third and final film that was released on New Year's Day. This is the next gangster film from Guy Ritchie, whose last film was last year's Aladdin. Bringing together some of the most well-known actors, this is Kia's reviews and this is my review of The Gentleman.
Gonna need those phones.
Easy, lads. I'm sure you're all road men, gangsters, proper naughty boys, but I come in peace. Right.
The Gentleman is directed by Guy Ritchie and holds an amazing list of terrific actors with Mathew McConaughey, Hugh Grant, Henry Golding, Colin Farrell, Charlie Hunnam, and many, many more. Coming back to his roots, Guy Ritchie delivers another film of very good quality, being a significant improvement on last year's adaptation of Aladdin. However, this movie ends up being more of a thriller mystery than a comedy, and ends up becoming quite strange and uncomfortable. Aside from the annoying presence of Jeremy Strong's character, the one aspect of The Gentleman that really stopped me from loving it is the overuse of the filthy, constant use of strong, vulgar, coarse language that just didn't need to be used. Aside from that, The Gentleman is a very strong crime thriller.
His name is Phuc, but spelled with a PH, so it sounds like Phuc.
Please.
Kinda Phuc. Down.
With the success of Rian Johnson's murder mystery film Knives Out last November, Guy Ritchie goes for the same style of film, telling the story of crime lord Mickey Pearson, portrayed by Mathew McConaughey. The way Ritchie goes about telling this story is one of the major positives it has to it, as the story is told by Hugh Grant's character to Charlie Hunnam's character. The best thing about The Gentleman is the mystery behind why Hugh Grant is telling Mickey's story, and with some added comedy and drama to it, ends up being a more enticing story than Knives Out. However, unlike Knives Out, the way the plot unfolds becomes a bit too much, as some of the side plots towards the end up becoming unnecessary and ultimately strange and weird for the end result. With this, there is no problem, but The Gentleman can't help but feel a little dragged out.
Come on, what do you got for me? Now make it quick. Make it funny. You!
Jeez, that's disappointing.
No, not that.
Given the fact that I didn't like Snatch very much, yes, I know, an unpopular opinion, I can't really compare The Gentleman to it. From assuming the fact that both films felt the same with the comedy and the action and the grouped cast, I enjoyed The Gentleman much more than Snatch. But like most movies with a twisted, unravelling plot, there's always a weakness to it, and this had two main problems in my eyes. The first has to be Jeremy Strong's character and how he portrayed it. Whenever he was on screen, I instantly felt a sense of boredom and annoyance, and I wanted him to somehow be killed off, or be made unimportant, but to avoid spoilers, I can't elaborate on the problem with him.
I want you to play a game with me, Ray.
I don't want to play a game.
Oh, please.
No.
I said play a game with me, Raymond.
Right.
Lovely.
The second problem I have with The Gentleman is something I can elaborate on, and that is the overuse of strong, coarse language. The Gentleman desperately tries to match the success and quality of the first Kingsman movie, being very similar films, but the thing is, Kingsman knows where the line is with its coarse language and violence. It was enough to be funny and entertaining at the same time. The Gentleman does have its comedic moments with its strong coarse language, but as the film gets on, it feels like every second sentence has to have some kind of vulgar word in it. It just gets to the point where it feels uncomfortable to sit through, and doesn't feel like there's any comedy value to it any longer. If Guy Ritchie held back with its strong language, then chances are I would have enjoyed it much, much more.
I forgot to wash my hands.
The Gentleman does have its problems, but not enough to be a bad movie. It's actually a really good movie, so don't mistake me for not liking it. Guy Ritchie does do a brilliant job with capturing the action and the plot, and ends up with a twisted end result. The cast is brilliant, mainly Mathew McConaughey and Charlie Hunnam, because they both capture the intensity and comedy aspects of the film which made them impressive and entertaining characters to watch. McConaughey at times was very intimidating, and really added an element to the mystery that other films alike don't have. With Hunnam, his character was essential to the plot, but also was a very dark comedic character. Whenever he was on screen, the comedy associated with him either held a ton of sarcasm or had something to do with violence, which, looking back, was actually a major strength for him.
See, I've developed a reputation as a man who came up the hard way. You could say that there's blood on these pretty white hands. But in the new business, once legal and under the jurisdiction of the respectable umbrella of ministerial legitimacy, an enterprise like this will need a face with a clean past, which sadly, I do not possess.
The Gentleman is an intense mystery that really feels like a twisted web, new plot developments always around the corner. Feeling like a new return for director Guy Ritchie, this film really restores him to the films he knows how to make well, and aside from a few problems to do with the overuse of coarse language and the strange end results, The Gentleman is a very entertaining film that held my attention the entire time, but unfortunately wouldn't be a movie that I would want to watch again anytime soon, so I'm giving this movie an 8 out of 10. Thank you so much for watching. Have you seen The Gentleman? Let me know below. If you like what you're seeing here and you want to see even more, check out my channel and be sure to have a look at my previous reviews of Spies in Disguise and Little Women. As always, be sure to follow and subscribe to my YouTube channel. This has been Kia's Reviews, signing off for now.